Welcome back to another segment of the DLA in the News.
Good afternoon, the world of YouTube. The DLA guru is in the building. The DLA guru is in the building. Yes. I decided to go live impromptu this Sunday afternoon. Typically, I go live on Saturdays. I was kind of swamped yesterday, had some errands I had to run, and I was unable to make it to my impromptu Saturday live stream. So I decided to go ahead and push it to Sunday. You know, DLA Guru, I think, you know, my audience is out there, my subscribers and all my fans that are, you know, with my growing channel. I really appreciate all the love that I've been getting over the past couple of months. And I always try to show up, improve, and add some value to all of my DLA vendor network that's out there. All you guys, small business, medium sized, and large businesses that are interested in doing business with the DLA. And, you know, I really enjoy this opportunity to give, shed some light on some hacks and some insight that I think could definitely help you 10x your DLA business. I've been doing this for quite some time as far as being a DLA vendor. I'm kind of new to YouTube, and well, new relatively speaking, a little bit over a year, but I'm just having a great time and meeting all of my fantastic subscribers and members and student clients who have elected to take some of the master classes. And it's just fantastic that I'm in a position to help to change people's lives. So it looks like we got 3 concurrent viewers in the building. All right, fantastic. If you're in the building there, shoot me some love. Hit me with a like, a heart emoji, or a fire emoji in the chat is always excellent. It just lets me know you guys love to see what the DLA guru is cooking. Hey guys, I have a fantastic presentation for you today. Again, this is an impromptu live public forum. You can ask anything and everything related to the DLA. Just drop the comment in the chat below, and I will be doing my presentation and fielding questions related to the DLA and or federal contracting in general. If there's anything that's on your mind, if you're working on some contracts, you're working on some solicitations, you have some national stock numbers that you're kind of wanting me to take a look at, I'm here to assist you today with anything and everything related to those types of questions. And again, I'll be here for about good 20 minutes or so. I got a small presentation, as you guys can see in the title of this particular video, the top 4 tools for building a successful DLA dropship business. Let me go ahead and add that to the video there. That is what we're going to be discussing today. And I have some pretty cool things that I've thought about this past week that I thought would be great to just add it for those of you who may be new to me, new to my content. And I wanted to go ahead and throw that in there. So it looks like I still got 4 concurrent viewers in the building. Fantastic. Thanks for chiming in, spending some of your Sunday afternoon with yours truly, the DLA Guru. Can you guys just let me know who's in the building? Because I always like to know who's in the audience. Just drop a message in the chat. Just let me know what city and state you're hailing from. You can also, typically my subscribers, I can tell just by your icons who you guys are. But the channel is growing. I'm on the approach of 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm probably 14 or 15 subscribers away from hitting the 2K subscriber mark, which is fantastic in this space. And I really appreciate all the love that you guys are throwing at me. So yeah, feel free to drop me a message to let me know that you're in the building and spending a little time with me today. And that always makes me feel very warm. It feels very heart-filled for me, because it just, you know, it's amazing in this YouTube space, guys. You just wouldn't know how much time and energy it takes to kind of deliver value to my community. And it's always good to know who's out there. So feel free, don't be shy, and let me know who you are. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's live stream agenda. Again, top 4 tools that I believe me, the DLA Guru, feel will help you build a successful DLA dropship business. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into that. First thing that comes to mind, my friends, is I want to let you guys know who I am. I'm Kiwi Hendricks, as you guys know. I'm the U.S. government sales manager with the National Material Supply Company. We've been working with the U.S. federal government and by way of the DLA for the past 20 years. And I've coined the name the DLA Guru. Why? Because, hey, I got 20 years experience under my belt, a lot of information in between my ears here. And I thought that this would be a great platform, YouTube space, in order to kind of spread the word about the DLA and get you guys interested in an emerging opportunity to do business with the world's largest customer, the Defense Logistics Agency. So welcome to my channel. For those of you who may be new to me and new to my content, welcome, welcome, welcome. And in order to drop a message in the chat, because I still haven't seen any messages come in, you have to be a subscriber to the channel in order to drop a comment. So just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It shows me a little love, and it helps me to reach my 2K goal. My plan, I hope that I can hit 2K by the end of this week. And again, I think it's last I checked, I think it's like 1,900 and maybe 90 or so. Looks like maybe we got 1,990 subscribers. So 10 more subscribers would be fantastic. I don't know exactly how I could do any type of like a coupon or something for the 2,000th subscriber, because I never really know who is the, as I get subscribers, I don't know the number that comes in. But if you happen to hit the subscribe button and you're on the 2,000 subscriber mark, drop me a comment in the chat of any of my videos and say, hey, I'm number 2,000, and I'll find a way to reach out to you to see if I can give you a little bit of a bonus, a coupon or something to one of my courses. That would be fantastic, just to, as a promotion. And, I'm building it while I fly, guys. I didn't really think about that. That's off the cuffs. I'm just keeping it live and direct in full effect. But anyway, you have to be a subscriber, and in order to drop a chat in the comment section, so feel free to subscribe, and by all means hit that like button, hit the like on today's production as well as any other videos that you find in my catalog that you guys like, because that just helps to get the algorithm cooking and pushes the message out and the videos out to a broader audience that helps my channel grow and helps spread the word about the DLA. And by all means, share this particular production as well as any other videos to friends, family members, and the like, who you think that my content could maybe empower and inspire them for doing a kind of a shift change and getting involved with doing business with the DLA. And again, today's topic is going to be the top 4 tools that I think will help catapult your dropship DLA business. All right. And last but not least, you want to hit that notification bell when you subscribe, because when you hit that bell, you'll always get notifications whenever I go live. And you never want to be a day late and a dollar short as it relates to getting the content that I deliver, because believe you guys me, no, I want to help you guys be successful with the DLA. That is my passion for this year as it relates to, the 100 new businesses that I'm looking to partner with and to just rub elbows with and find out more about you. You guys learn more about me and building a very robust DLA vendor network. Looks like we got 7 concurrent viewers in the building. Still no comments in the chat there. So don't forget, guys, drop me a couple of comments, because I can see it here in StreamYard, and it's always good to know who is taking a look at what the DLA Guru is cooking. Okay, cool. So you guys are here because you want to learn a little bit about the top 4 tools to build a successful DLA dropship business. And so this particular live stream is really more for newcomers to the DLA than my seasoned vets and folks that have taken the master classes and are out there actively bidding on DLA contracts. But I just always, because the channel is beginning to grow, and I think there's a lot more newcomers, because I can kind of see the people who are subscribers in my Google Analytics that lets me know exactly, the type of folks that are looking at the content. So I know it's a lot of newcomers that are like new to federal contracting and just kind of learning more about the DLA, because you guys know the DLA does not have a very robust marketing campaigns out there. There are no commercials. You don't really see a lot on the internet talking about what the DLA is all about. And they are a huge federal agency, one of the largest federal contracting agencies that's federal contractors can partner with in order to support the U.S. military. All right. So looks like we got some comments coming in. We got Christopher in the building. Let me go ahead and throw Christopher's name up there in the hollow halls. Hello, Christopher. Thank you for dropping me a chat there. and really appreciate it. And if you want to also let me know what city and state you're hailing from, looks like you're working on getting your cage code in SAM. Fantastic. All right, that's a really big step, and part of this, these tools are really going to talk about exactly that. You want to, Christopher, you want to click that. Yeah, you want to register with SAM.gov. So it's fantastic that you are new to federal contracting and you're just getting involved and pulling your sleeves up and getting registered and getting all the paperwork and getting everything lined up to have your company be authorized to support the U.S. federal government and the DLA. So fantastic to you, Christopher. Fantastic for taking that plunge and getting involved with federal contracting. And all right, cool. You are in Southern California, in SoCal. Yeah, I got a little history in SoCal. I used to work for, well, actually, I did a co-op with Jet Propulsion Laboratories in Pasadena, California, back in my college days, and had a very interesting experience working for NASA, building spacecraft and things like that to go out, satellites to go out into space. And it was a fantastic opportunity for me. I did I think it was like a 4-month co-op that I did out there in SoCal back in the day. So fantastic, Christopher. Welcome to the content today. And let's see, we got Michelle's in the building. Let's go to Michelle up. She says a refresher, always good. And I'm restarting DLA bidding. Hey, Michelle, that's fantastic. And I'm glad that you're hitting the reset button. Yeah, like things with federal contracting, it can be, a very, it takes some dedication. In my last live stream, I was talking about being tenacious and having tenacity and just not giving up, because it does take, some time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon in order to get involved with federal contracting. So it's always good to take a break and pump your brake and reassess and realign the direction that you want to go. And always, as you'll learn in this particular training, some other little tools that I think will definitely help you, Michelle, along your way. So fantastic. Thanks for the comment in the chat there. And let's see, we got another person up here. We got Etho Robinson hailing from Selma, Alabama. All right. What's up, Etho? Welcome to the channel. And thank you for that comment there. So great. It's always good to know I got a nice audience of people that want to get involved and communicate and let me know who you guys are. So fantastic. Thank you. It motivates me to keep going. So thank you again for that. So anyway, one of the number one tool for being a successful DLA dropship business or having that type of business is getting registered in SAM.gov. You got to start there. You cannot do business with the DLA unless you're registered in SAM. All right. So I have some videos in my catalog that talk about the SAM process. And if you elect to take one of my masterclasses, which is the pre-award masterclass, it does a deep dive in how to get registered with SAM and all the different things that I believe that you'll need that our company has done in order to position yourself to be successful. So, but registering with SAM.gov is definitely the first step. The next thing that you want to do too is you want to, after you get your UEI and SAM and your cage code, then you want to move over to the DLA's Internet Bid Board System, DIBBS. And you want to make sure that you get registered and get an account set up with the DLA's Internet Bid Board System. And I've heard that, the DLA is making it a little bit more difficult with all the cybersecurity protocols that are now in place because, the U.S. federal government, or I should say the U.S. military, they're always under attack from cyber criminals trying to get in and dismantle the warfighter's ability to protect our borders. And so the DLA understands this. And so, just take it step by step, make sure you answer every single question and do it by the books in order to get registered. Because once you get your registration with DIBBS, then you have access to over $50 billion worth of spend that the DLA has every single year of buying products that support the U.S. military. All right. And so for those of you who are interested in businesses where you don't want to get into the services and you don't want to deal with a whole lot of people and all the insurance and all the headache that it comes from doing like the service-based business. Now, I mean, it's great. The federal government still needs that. But if the kind of business that you're in and you've tried your hand at doing business with Amazon and you found some success in that arena, but you kind of want to expand and get more into a federal contracting market where privatization is not the goal, then the DLA will definitely be a fantastic customer for you. And the DLA is very small business centric. So fantastic with that. Man, you also, number 3, you want to invest in proposal development and management software. Proposal development management software is very, very important because investing in software tools like for proposal writing, for tracking solicitations and bid opportunities and RFPs, and just the management of all that information, because the federal government is kicking out opportunities to do business with them every single day. And you can become inundated in trying to track all the opportunities that you think your company can be positioned to support, whether it be on the services side and or on the product side. You got to have some tools in order to be successful. Otherwise, it'll just become a daunting task and you'll get overwhelmed and you'll have what's called, information overload, and you'll have analysis paralysis that may make you just feel like it's just a little bit too much for you to take on. So having the right kind of software tools can definitely help you in building a successful DLA dropship business. You may say, well, DLA Guru, what type of tools do you recommend? Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you guys today about the tools that we use in-house. These tools, I think, will definitely help to empower your company and position your company in order to be able to manage all of the DLA solicitations and proposals, as well as your pricing tools and being able to pull up information, a couple of weeks after you bid on it, or a couple of months whenever the DLA may be awarding those contracts, so that you're not scrambling and having just papers all over the place and information all over the place and you're losing it within your team. You got to have the right kind of tools. One of the tools that I definitely recommend is a product that we actually built in-house. It's called the NMS Part Pricing tool. And if there are links to what I'm talking about in the description of this video as well. So feel free just to click on the description and kind of read through all that. As a matter of fact, in all of my videos, I try to do my best to kind of talk about things as far as the video part of the production, but there's a lot of information in each one of my comments, or I should say the descriptions of each one of the videos, that gives you links and gives you additional nuggets and information where you can go and do the research and really find out if things are good for you. All right. So one of the tools in particular is the NMS Part Pricing tool. In conjunction with NMS Part Pricing tool, our company has a relationship with a company by the name of Intertech Inform. Intertech Inform was formerly SEI Global. And so you guys have probably seen a lot of my videos where I talk about SEI Global and how we use the Logicom and Opportunity Manager software suite in order to manage the vast array of DLA solicitations that are dropped every single day on the DIBBS bid board system. Keep this in mind, guys. The DLA awards over 10,000 contracts every single day, and they're pulling those contracts out of hundreds and thousands of solicitations. And PRs or proposal requests that the U.S. military pushes to the DLA to come to the marketplace in order to find vendors who are capable and have the great price, great availability in order to deliver those products in the DLA supply chain to support the U.S. warfighter. All right, so Logicom is a great piece of software that helps you to do all the analysis that you'll need for national stock numbers to make sure that you're conforming to all the salient characteristics of that particular product that the U.S. military needs. And Opportunity Manager is an excellent software that comes with your subscription with Intertech Inform that allows you to manage the vast array of DLA solicitations, whether it be manufacturers that you're working with, or even FSC codes like federal supply classes that you guys may be interested in getting involved with. It's just really about like understanding and finding your lane. You use these tools to find your lane for success, because the DLA has over 4 million national stock numbers in their database, and they're actively, looking for vendors to support procurement activities as it relates to it. So you got to have access to the information. And that's why I recommend Intertech Inform. Also with Intertech Inform, if you guys are interested in learning more about how to get involved with it, through my training programs, I offer a 14-day, through Intertech Inform, you get a 14-day free trial to just test out the software. And by going through my training programs, you'll also get access to me, yours truly, the DLA Guru, where we'll cam up and mic up for 30 minutes where I'll train you on how to utilize this tool and support of your business during your 14-day free trial, just to find out if this tool works for you. Now, keep this in mind. Intertech Inform is not the end-all be-all. It's not the only software solution that's out there. There are companies by the name of DIBBS Navigator. There's also Innocent Now. I mean, it's a laundry list, a litany of different software companies that are out there that do very similar processes as Intertech Inform. But my company, we've tried all of them. There is not one of them that I haven't tried over the past 20 years. And we always kind of, have come back and said Intertech Inform for us is the solution that helps our company be successful in doing business with the DLA for the past 20 years. So I highly recommend you guys take a look at it. If you're interested in learning more about it, you'll see right below my chin, and yes, also in the description, there is my email address, fed.contracting@nmsupply.com. Feel free to shoot me an email. Say, hey, DLA Guru, I'd like to learn a little bit more about the Intertech Inform. And that way I can get you the information that you'll need in order to sign up and qualify for the 14-day free trial. No obligation with it. Just to give it a try to see if you might like the software. It may help to enhance your experience with doing business with the DLA. And I also was talking a little bit about the NMS Part Pricing tool. This is an in-house piece of software that I actually, as an engineer, designed the architecture of the software, but hired a software developer to build it. But it's a tool that we use in-house. It's a cloud-based software that allows you to basically store all of your national stock number data, who your vendors are that you're working with, your markups, your pricing, all the ins and outs of what it took for you to pull together your proposal or your bid response, and to put that pricing in on DIBBS, and it stores it in a centralized location that if you're scaling your business and you're having a network of teammates, which I highly recommend, because you don't want to be a solopreneur when it comes to working with the DLA. You want to have a workforce of folks that are bidding on these contracts, because only, if you're one person, you can only bid on so many contracts. But if you can multiply yourself and have 2 or 3 or 4 people in your organization that are actively bidding on different types of national stock numbers, different DLA solicitations, you can really 10x your business. And so if you can kind of think, as you grow that, you want to have a centralized database where everyone can share that information within your organization. So that's what the NMS Part Pricing tool was designed to be an effective tool for that. And again, it's cloud-based, which means you can have people remote that are putting information into the tool. Highly recommend that you guys take a look at it. And I believe there's a sale going on until tomorrow, but I'm thinking about extending the sale beyond tomorrow. But right now I'm offering, I think the tool retails for $150, and I'm offering it for $49.99, where you can download the tool and you'll have it into perpetuity. There aren't, it's not one of the things where you got to do an annual subscription or something like that to the tool. Once you buy it, you own the software. It's a great asset for your organization as you grow your business with the DLA. And I failed to mention, Intertech Inform is a subscription-based software. It's an online software tools. It's an annual subscription that you'll have with Intertech Inform. But again, like those of you who are serious about doing business with the DLA will definitely understand that having access to the right kind of software tools will definitely help you to manage, the litany of information that comes from the DLA. It'll just help you, compartmentalize that information. You can, put it into nice, chewable chunks so that you just don't get overwhelmed with all the information. And these tools I highly recommend. A lot of videos in my catalog that talks about it. Like if you go to my homepage and you just put, SEI Global, or you type Intertech Inform, you'll see more of the videos that I have talking specifically to this. You'll see some training that I also have in my public catalog of videos if you're interested in getting more information. And I've taken the liberty to putting 2 videos that I recommend that you can just click on those video links, and it'll take you directly to more information on these particular software tools as well. So I'm stressing, number 3, I said invest in proposal development and management software, because, this is actually, it should be number 1, but in order to even get to number 3, you have to have number 1 and number 2 under your belt. All right. So it's really important that, having the right tools is how you'll be successful. If you're just trying to wing it and you're just trying to do it on DIBBS and creating spreadsheets and things like that, you will lose your shirt. When I first got involved with the DLA, before I decided to invest in software and build software tools, I was trying to do this stuff in-house using Microsoft Excel spreadsheets, and lost my shirt. I remember I had a computer, crash one time, and the database that I had on the computer died. It just got erased, and I had to start over from scratch. And that is like a poison pill for most businesses. So you want to have systems that are redundant, places that can store the information, that you can always have access to it. And it's just one less thing that you have to worry about. So having some great software tools is definitely going to help your business. And last but not least, the number 4, the creme de la creme. In order to be successful in building a successful DLA dropship business, you have to seek DLA training. There's no sense in trying to figure it out on your own, because you're just going to waste years and years for your business and trying to figure out, bumping your head, skinning your knee, and just saying, oh, I didn't know this, or oh, I didn't know that. So you want to seek DLA training. And the DLA is great. If you go on the DLA's website, they do have webinars. And for those of you who are members or subscribers to my members only content, I always send out recommendations for DLA free webinars that DLA does present on a monthly basis. And for those of you who sit in, you'll get a first row seat to the production of DLA and really understanding who the customer is. But then you'll recognize that it's very, very, very high level. I mean, they are a federal agency. They can only tell you so much. And so you will find that it may not be the real nuts and bolts of the training that you'll require. So then I recommend you guys seek experts, companies that have successfully done business with the DLA, that offer training programs in consulting. As you see on my YouTube channel, as well as my host of DLA MasterClasses that I offer, and in training programs that I offer, those are basically, the school of hard knocks. Those are the things that I've learned over the years, and I'm, sharing that with small business at large. And hey, guys, I'm not the only content creator in the space that talks about the DLA. And there's a growing contention of DLA vendors who are professionals that you guys can tune in and tap into as well. And you just find a home that you feel most comfortable with. And what I've tried to do with my channel is just make it a space where you guys can come and get empowered and inspired, and just trying to keep it real, trying to keep it 100. I'm not giving you fluff and saying you can get rich overnight, because it is not that type of federal contracting is not that. So anytime you guys are finding federal contractors saying you can make millions of dollars and all this kind of stuff, just know that there is work that comes with that. All right. So this type of business is not for the faint of heart. You really have to know what you're doing and have the right training and the right coaching in order to not make mistakes that could be a poison pill for your business and put you out of business. Or should I say, like zap your energy, where you're just feeling like, hey, this is just too much. I'm trying to do this and I'm bidding on all these, I'm not winning. I don't understand. This is just not for me. And that is the wrong attitude, guys. You got to make sure that you're seeking the right type of coaching. Invest in that. Invest in folks that are trying to invest in you, because it's going to be a bilateral benefit, and you don't want to think small. You want to think big, because like folks like me who've been in this space for 20 years, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So there's a lot of information that I have like between my ears, as well as working with my team and other content creators in the space, that you guys want to tune in and tap into, so they can kind of help propel your business and keep you on the straight and narrow to being successful with doing business with the world's largest customer, the DLA. All right. Now, you may ask, well, hey, DLA Guru, great presentation. Most of the stuff you're talking about, I've already known, I've heard before, but it's great to, like our good friend Michelle says, she's getting a refresher. Fantastic to you, Michelle. But some people say, hey, I'm not exactly sure I want to invest in another masterclass, so like I hear, a lot of folks, they reach out to me and they do, the one-on-ones with me, and they're saying, hey, I invested in this class, I invested in that class, wasted my money, or they invested and didn't actually use the information that they learned in those classes. And so they feel a little disgruntled. And so I want to, give you an opportunity to talk to me. I want to learn more about who you are, to find out if my masterclasses may be right for you, because I'm not going to pander and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to ask you some really hard questions to find out, where you're at in your business cycle, where you're at in your life, and understanding if I think you have what it takes to be successful with the DLA. And so the way you can do that, you can reach out to me for a 15-minute pre-screening phone call. Yes, 15-minute pre-screening phone call. It's a prepaid phone call that you can tune in and tap into me, yours truly, DLA Guru. We'll get on the phone, kind of talk a little bit, talk shop about 15 minutes. And if you, at the end of that, decide that you want to invest in any one of my master classes, you'll get a coupon. So whatever that you, I think right now, I think it's a $50 pre-screening phone call session, and you'll get a $50 coupon that'll be, you can use to apply to any of my master classes if you decide to take the plunge. But it's always good to kind of talk to people and find out little information about what their class is all about versus just taking a chance and hoping and betting and putting everything on black and seeing if it's going to line up to where you're at. So for those of you who are just interested in talking with me and getting a little bit more guidance, I do offer that. And you'll see there, I have a banner that talks about the SBA, this EIDL loan. So you guys know I have a couple of videos circulating in my catalog there about these SBA EIDL loans that have been charged off. And so if you are a small business, federal contractor, and you're faced with a charge off of your SBA EIDL loan, I can definitely talk to you. As well as that, I have a masterclass that talks specifically about helping you get out of the Treasury offset program so that you will be able to continue to do business with the DLA and be paid for those contracts where you're shipping products to the warfighter versus having those payments being confiscated by the U.S. Treasury. So we can also talk a little bit about that too, in addition to all my other available masterclasses. And last but not least, you may want to consider joining my members only content. My CMCC channel here on YouTube is fantastic at the Brigadier General level. I do a bi-monthly live stream where we cam up and mic up here on StreamYard, where we can talk anything and everything related to the DLA. We actually do live solicitation reviews. We'll do a deep dive into NSNs. We'll talk about manufacturing. You know, if I have vendors who I recommend that you reach out to, I may also able to steer you in the right direction as far as vendor development, and just giving you a lot of the nuggets that are going to help you, the toolage that you're going to need to help you be successful with the DLA. So you'll be able to find that within the Brigadier General level. And again, it's an investment. It's a monthly investment for you as a DLA vendor, but you're investing in the channel, you're investing in the content, you're investing in the 20 years of experience that I have in order to get the return on investment, the ROI that you're going to need in order to be successful with the DLA. So those training programs are available to you. I highly recommend training, seeking DLA training, expert training, and DLA coaching, and finding a coach that you feel can definitely help to take you to the next level. All right. That is my presentation for this Sunday afternoon. I told you guys, you know, sometimes I'll be a little long-winded because I like to talk. I love this space. I love talking to everything and anything related to the DLA and federal contracting. However, if you guys are interested in, again, a contracted consultation with yours truly, the DLA Guru, my email address is on screen as well as below my chin here, fed.contracting@msupply.com. Shoot me an email. And then I'll get to, you know, have a little bit back and forth and shoot you some links and things that I think might definitely help to get you connected with me so that we can cam up and mic up and talk anything and everything related to your business, especially if you guys don't, you know, want to be in the public forum and you want us to do a one-on-one with me. There are ways that you can talk to yours truly, DLA Guru. So that's how you can reach out to me. Do I have any other comments in the chat today? You got a national stock number that you guys want me to take a look at? You got a solicitation that you're working on? Any kind of information that you guys got, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll receive it and field it and give you a test drive on what it looks like to do an analysis on a national stock number or a DLA solicitation. I'll do it right here live for you. So if there's anybody in the public space that is willing to drop a message in the chat, I'll definitely be able to field it now. You got anything cooking on your end there, Michelle? If you're still there, how many concurrent? We got 6 concurrent viewers in the building. Fantastic, 6 concurrent viewers. I wonder how many likes. Let's see. Let me check here on the. It looks like. Do we got any likes here? Let me refresh this. Sometimes YouTube gives me a little hiccup and it doesn't give me what's going on at the time that it's going on. So I have to hit the refresh. Yeah, I got 3 concurrent likes. 3 likes in the building, 6 concurrent viewers. All right, you got 7 viewers in the building. Fantastic. And 3 likes. Hey, if you guys want to shoot me a like, if you liked some of the presentation today, you'd like what the DLA Guru is cooking, feel free to drop me a like there, because likes mean a lot to me. It lets me know that you guys are really appreciating the content that I'm putting out there. Okay, let me change the screen here a little bit. I want to make this where it's a little bit easier. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so any other comments that you guys want to put? Because I'll stick around as long as you stick around, and drop me a comment. If you got a question related to a DLA solicitation that you're working on, feel free to drop it in the chat. If you got a national stock number, drop the 13-digit national stock number in the chat there. And if you got a question related to these SBI EIDL loans that have been charged off the U.S. Treasury in record numbers, and you guys can take a look at my catalog. The last couple of videos, I do a deep dive in talking about it. So I didn't want to spend this Sunday afternoon talking about the EIDL, because maybe that's not an issue for my subscriber base. I've sold a couple of the MasterClasses, so I think folks are finding me just based on the YouTube algorithm, and they're reaching out and getting some of that information and helping to empower their businesses. But if you guys are in that, if you're having a little bit of distress, or don't even know if you're in distress or not, feel free to drop any comment that you may have in the chat, and I'll go ahead and filter for you today. All right. Anybody? All right, got 5 viewers. You guys are kind of dropping off there. I'm here for you. I'm spending some Sundays with you guys, in my Sunday afternoon with you guys, as well as you're spending your Sunday afternoon with me as well. Oh, and by the way, pinned in the chat at the very top, there's a link that you guys can feel free to download my free ebook. It is the DLA Need to Know Guide. Feel free to click that link, download a copy of that book that I wrote. It's a great book. That it's a really quick book, and it take you through some steps that I think that will definitely empower your business, especially if you're new to SAM.gov, you're new to the DLA, you're new to this type of content. Information is key, so you want to get access to the information. So feel free to click that link and download my free ebook, and I'm sure it will definitely help you along your DLA journey as well. All right, so doesn't look like I got any comments coming in the chat there. So, as you guys are starting to get involved with the DLA, and if you do run into any kind of issues, or you want to reach out to me, feel free, look at the description, look at all the links that I have in there, join me as a Brigadier General member, and I'll see you guys at the top.